Not long ago, the report came in saying that the Nigerian Naira has become the world's best performing currency in April 2024. Well, we all came in here congratulating Nigeria and hoping for the best for the Naira, okay? But recently, Bloomberg has just shared a post about the Nigerian Naira, and it will shock you. See this. Alright, so Bloomberg Africa, they says that Nigeria is burning through foreign exchange reserve at a rate not seen in 4 years, raising concern that the central bank is depleting its dollar holdings to support the Naira after pledging it will only allow the currency to float more freely. How do you allow the currency or the Naira to float more freely if you are depleting all the backups to the Naira? You guys are actually all the foreign reserve that are holding the behind the Naira back into the system just to allow the Naira to breathe. What happens if it finish? What happens to it? Well, they also didn't just end up there. They continue with the post. They say liquid reserve declined 5.6% since March 18th, when the Naira started its rebound from record low level against the dollar to 31.7 billion as of April 12th. According to Bloomberg's calculation based on the latest available data from the Central Bank of Nigeria, that is the biggest decline in a similar period since April 2020, according to data compiled by Bloomberg. Yo, wait a minute here. Liquid reserve declined 5.6%, and that resulted into 31.7 billion. No, wait a minute. Nigeria have only used 5.6% of their foreign reserve, and that is equivalent to 31.7 billion US dollars. Only in April 12th. So imagine if from April to now, that is we are somewhere in May, imagine how much they have used so far to just help allow their dollar or the Naira to freely float in the system. Do you guys imagine what is going on right now? Only on April, since March, that the Naira started declining and they are trying to rebound it back into the system, they have only used 5.6% of their foreign reserve. And that is equivalent to 31.7 billion US dollars. Can you guys imagine how huge this is? This is serious. How is the Central Bank of Nigeria going to cope with this? How long are they going to remove their foreign reserve into the system like this? How long are they going to keep on doing this? How long? We all congratulated Nigerian Naira when they started fighting against the dollar, almost reaching $1 to 1,000 Naira, and now this is how they were doing it. Is this even safe though? Is this even safe? Alright, so if you see what Bloomberg Africa is sharing here, that shows that that's the main reason how the Nigerian Naira outperformed so much in April 2024, okay? That made their country the world's best performing currency in 2024, because the Nigerian government had to release its foreign reserve about 5.6%, which equivalent to about 31.6 or 31.7 billion US dollars, said by Bloomberg calculation. That's what Bloomberg Africa is saying though, not me though, Bloomberg Africa. All right, so that's how come Nigeria became Africa's best performing currency in April 2024. All right, this is crazy. But as this post was shared, I know African fans don't also share this post on X, and people started talking. Let's see how Nigerians how to take this news too. Let's see. Alright, so to our first comment from this Nigerian, bro came in and says, so my question is, how far down can it go? Well, bro, question here is what I was asking too. How far can the CBN government or the governor continue to do this? How far can they, or how many more reserve are they going to release into the system for this to happen, okay? Alright, so Nigerian also came in to reply his brother and saying that it will get down to the limit it can take them like a catapult, bounce back with an unstoppable speed. It's all lack of leadership. Well, Jerry also came in again and says, but don't they know this? Well, man actually meant that what the Nigerian Naira or the CBN is doing right now, it will really make the Naira go head to head with the dollar though. But when it reaches the limits and they cannot no more pump any more money inside the system, it will bounce back like a catapult. The Naira will still go down and the dollar will hold its neck like, where are you going, bro? That's how man is saying. And Jerry asked the question is that, don't the leaders of Nigeria know this? Don't you guys know this? Don't you guys know the effect of how the Naira is performing and how you guys are doing to it, okay? Alright, so another comment also came in from this Nigerian and it says, they know, but they don't want to spend on the right things like production and exporting to help the economy and the currency. They prefer to keep looting that money instead of spend it on the production and exportation. They are criminals, not leaders. Well, this is a concern from another Nigerian. He says that these leaders actually know the impact of how they are using the foreign reserve to actually save the Naira, okay? But he's saying that they should actually use that money to invest in production and exporting rather than what they are doing now, because the currency's background is how much the country produces and exports, okay? So if you're pumping in dollars into the system, how much or how long can you continue to do this? The basic thing to save the economy is how much you produce and how much you sell to get foreign reserves back to the country. And if Nigeria is not doing anything like that or not investing in anything like that, this person believes that there's nothing that's going to change. And she believes the leaders are not leaders, but rather criminals. That's what she believed. And also, another Nigerian also had different idea about this whole issue, and he says, for what exactly is foreign reserve for, if not for desperate times? Would we rather let the dollar continue to rise and cost of living keep on while we have reserves? What percentage of the reserve have been used so far? Well, that's what man thinks. Bro thinks that, why are you guys even complaining? How many percentage of the reserve have been used already? Just 5.7%, and you guys are crying already? But you say that this is the use of the foreign reserve, okay? So allow the president to use whatever they think they can use to help with the cost of living. But it will shock you that all this have not even changed the cost of living in Nigeria yet. The goods and prices are still higher. Nobody's actually reducing anything in the country. This is serious, okay? So, bro, actually, all this thing is actually working on paper, but not have no impact on the Nigerian market right now yet. No impact yet. All right, so this guy also came in to explain a little things to the guy and says, they are depleting our reserves to support the Naira. In the common masses, that will suffer the consequences. All right, so this person says that depleting the reserves to support the Naira will actually have the consequences, not only the government, but to the citizens of Nigeria. And it was true though, because we all saw how fast the Naira was rising against the dollar, but actually had no impact on the local markets. We were all concerned about why that, but this actually explains it, because it was not any original rebound. It was actually done by pushing in foreign reserves from Nigeria inside the system. So it cannot actually last for long. But we hope the leaders have a plan to back these things before the dollar rebound again and catch the Naira to the ground, okay? We hope they actually have a plan for this, okay? So this is what happened, and it's the secret behind how the Nigerian dollar became the top performing currency in 2024 April. If you are asking why, this is why. This is what Bloomberg Africa had to say about this. My name is Rashi Essay, and this has been Entertainment News in a bit. See you guys around.